You already know it's your boy, the Maniac, and you already know why I'm here. I'm here to talk that post-fight, that Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach post-fight. And man, oh man. But before I do, you already know why I'm repping the Four Corners Boxing, baby. Make sure you go like, share, subscribe to the channel and the Boxing Roundtable. Make sure you go like, share, subscribe to the channel. Now, with that being said, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Last night at the Barclays, and look, man, shout out to DC, shout out to B-More, shout out to Chi-Town, shout out to ATL, shout out to Texas, shout out to New York City. We was all out there, man. The Barclays was like an earthquake because it was shaking. Oh yeah, it was shaking. Tank brings them out, Tank brings them out, Tank brings them out. When Tank is in town, it's a spectacle, man. That's the bottom line. Doesn't matter who he's fighting. Yesterday proved that. But anyway, let's get right to the meat and potatoes. Tank versus Lamont Roach, a fight that ended in a majority draw. Was Roach robbed? They took it from him, and I'm going to tell you why. Because in the 9th round, that should have been called a knockdown. If they call that a knockdown the way they were supposed to, this is not up for debate. This is not something where, well, no, that was 100% should have been called knockdown. That would have pat Roach 115, 114 on 2 cards and a draw on the other, hence giving Roach the majority decision. But anyway, let's get to the fight, man. A lot of speculation. This was a fight where it felt weird. It was something about this fight that it just seemed off, right? And I guess it had to do more with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is a fighter, man, that has many tools in his toolbox, right? Meaning he could do many things, man, good. He's just not a power puncher. He could box, he could move, he could throw combinations. Now, by it, no, he's not a volume puncher. He doesn't throw a lot of punches. He's very calculated. He likes to counter, right? He's very precise. But Gervonta normally does turn it up in fights. And in this fight, he stood in one gear, bro. One gear. And I found this. I was with my brother Uno, Four Corners Boxing, baby. And we're like, yo, what's up with Tank? He not turning it up. He's staying on one gear. And that's just not like Tank. And now by it, Lamont Roach, he fought a very, very good fight, man. He fought his fight the best way he can, and he executed. Execution. And what was that? Counter punching as well, but also coming forward on his front foot. And once Gervonta started to go to the body, because Gervonta, that was probably the best thing he did in that fight was body work. But you know what? Lamont Roach started jabbing. You know what? He started the Lord tanking. And once they got in there, bro, he outfought Tank in the pocket. And that's something you have never seen. I've never seen any fighter do that against Tank, man. And, you know, just a weird fight, man. Again, Lamont Roach, the fight was taken from him, man. You got to, as a Tank fan, you got to keep it real. And again, I had no dog in this race. Shout to both fighters. And words of Fat Joe, right? What he said about Jadakiss, you know, today's price, yesterday's price is not today's price. That's the same thing for Lamont Roach, man. That performance he put, that's it, man. When the negotiation comes for the next fight, nah, I'm not getting that. You know what I'm saying? The words of Fat Joe. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Lamont Roach, he fought a hell of a fight, the best he could. Not that he did great. Yes, he outlanded Tank by 10, 12 punches. But again, Tank wasn't letting his hands go. Tank wasn't aggressive enough. Hence why the fight ended the way it did. Some people was like, yo, Tank is just carrying him. That's his man. He's getting him a payday. But look, man, if that's the case, right? If that's the case, then why is it that Tank didn't win the fight? Normally when you carry a fighter, man, you know, it's like a cat playing with a mouse in the corner, just slapping him around. Look, I could just eat this fucking mouse anytime I want, but I'm just knocking him around for a little while. So that's what Tank was supposed to do. At least drop Roach once, twice, and say, I'm not gonna stop him, and boom, or just box his ears off to a decision. But that wasn't the case. And even a bigger other conspiracy of all the word was that Tank was going to call out Jake Paul. Look, I know that shit sound crazy, and people might be like, man, get the F. Listen, this is boxing. Listen, this is boxing. I could 100% see that shit. It's a business. You could say what you want. Jake Paul, Tank, that shit is literally David versus Goliath. People gonna buy it. They gonna soak it up. So, but if that was the case, then Tank was supposed to win the fight. So listen, man, however you look at this fight, conspiracy or not, Roach did what he had to do. Tank, I don't know if it was mentally, I don't know if Roach was just a bad style match for him, but nonetheless, he didn't look good at all. He was a huge favorite, and he just didn't deliver. And he normally does. Like I said, he's like Amazon, UPS, and FedEx and all in one, because he delivered, and he did not deliver yesterday, man. So, Tank, the ball is in your court, champ. You better fight somebody in your next fight. And I'm talking about either at 135 or 140 that has a name. Anyway, let's get right to the co-main event. Listen, man, Rayo Venezuela, Jose Rayo Venezuela versus Gary Antoine Russell. Listen, man, this shit is simple. Ass whooping. The news saying, right? Was that belt to ass, right? BTA, man, belt to ass. He whooped Venezuela from round 1 to round 12. Venezuela did show some heart in there, but he just got dominated. Gary Antoine Russell, he took out that measuring tape, a tool I did not know he had in his toolbox. He boxed Rayo beautifully. He fought him at mid-range. He attacked. When they exchanges, he knew when to exchange. Got the better of the exchanges. Stood on the outside, outboxed Rayo. Listen, man, that was definitely one of the best performances of the year so far. I get it. We only in March. We almost 1/4 done with the year. But you gotta put Gary Antoine Russell's performance last night against Rayo up there, man, as one of the best performances, because that wasn't a win. That was an ass whooping. Now, the Puello Sandor Martin fight, I was at the bar in the Barclays, round 3. At the end of round 3, the Wi-Fi goes off in all the screens. They just showing commercials on their screens, so I didn't really get to watch the fight, so I can't comment on that. When I end up going to my seat, it was like the beginning of the 10th round. I couldn't really make much of it, but Puello got the split decision. I picked Sandor to win. I picked Rayo to win. I picked Tank to win. The only fight I got right is this one, the beginning. Julian J. Rock Williams, shout the Philly zone, man, against Yoenis Tellez, up-and-coming Cuban killer. Did not look like a killer at all, but he did outbox J. Rock Williams, man. J. Rock, I think, is that time, champ. You know, Father Time is undefeated. You ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. You're a former world champion. Great investments. You got money. You good, champ, man. It is what it is, man. Ain't nobody can take shit from you, man. And, you know, again, solid call at the Barclays. We was up there 4 corners, cooking, working, watching fights. And, you know, do what we do best, mingle with the crowd, man. So that's the recap. It's your boy, the Maniac, and I'm out. 1.